Hunter's gonna think he's seeing a ghost when he run into Ruth from the compound. And why am I saying this? Well, on the last episode of Ruthless, when the Three Musketeers were having their heart-to-heart, it was revealed to us that Brian actually knows who Lilo is. He even knows his full name. And since Lacey was spilling all the tea, she told Brian about the time she was passed around like a blow-up doll to all the senators so that they could have their way with her. She referred to it as their frat party. Brian knows that Lilo's last name is Benjamin, and we know that the compound and the White House are forever connected, and it has nothing to do with little Callie. They sat there and talked about how Lilo was the highest parole officer, and the only way that he can get out of jail was to set up the compound as if it were a church. And this way they could run all their crimes through the compound church to cover everything up. So when we talk about senators, the government, and the prison system, it all makes sense, right? And Brian knew all of this, but that still wasn't enough to shut the compound down. Because Lilo and the senators are the little fish, the FBI wants the big fish, the kingpin, the head honcho. So they got to draw out the investigation a little longer until they get the lead for who the real leaders are. Knowing that the government knows exactly where the compound is and they know exactly what goes on there, they're just as guilty as the highest and the rest of them. And even more so, we know that Hunter has a political party in his pocket, right? So whatever dirty business the senators have going on, Hunter turns a blind eye to it because he has their votes. So it's not a far stretch that Ruth is going to end up in that White House somehow. Kyle and Grip going to find Ruth wandering around aimlessly outside the White House singing. Then they'll kidnap her and take her up to Hunter because they know that she's a spitting image of Denise, and Hunter could not resist that woman when she was alive. He gonna buy her some new weave and some tight black dresses, and voila, he's got Denise back again in spirit and in truth, right? Then he'll have a new brown girl to chase around the White House to piss Victoria off again. Let me know what your theories are. How do you think the compound is really connected to the White House? And do you think that Hunter will ever run into Ruth somehow? Drop your comments below, and while you're down there, give this video a thumbs up if you like the video. You know I'd appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Ruthless TV, and I'll see you on the next one.